Ah, I love that sound. All right, welcome. Here we are at the second episode of Dizzarian's Let's Play. I don't even know what I'm going to call this. Return to Dareth. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so this is right after I logged into the... Right after I created my character. You see here, we got a decent inventory. It's probably best to always use your uh, numpad to move around, because I'm always doing this, and you'll see it probably quite a lot where I'm doing like other MMOs where I try to grab the person and move my mouse to make him move around, but instead all it does is move my backpack. You can kind of do the same thing with the middle mouse button, but it's kind of slow and doesn't work the way you think it does. And the same thing with the right mouse button does, but again, it's slow. It doesn't work right. You can change the settings up to let it do that more. The camera stiffness and adjustment speed, which I'm going to turn those down just a little bit. Field of view. So this is very old school, kind of almost like Quake or any of these other games where you can adjust the field of view. If you're PvPing, you probably want that all the way out. I actually like it a little ways out myself, just like that. I have everything up as high as it'll go. Graphics aren't great. I do have anti-aliasing turned on, so it looks a little better, and anamorphic filtering and all that jazz. Oops. Anytime you do any of these settings, you have to hit apply, or it does not work. It'll just go back to what you had before. And the character, I'm going to use my name pack as everything else. Stretch my UI so my compass is out here. My minimap, kind of minimap radar, I guess is best. Always daylight outdoors. That's for you. Make sure we always complete everything. I'm going to get timestamps. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else here we need to do. Apply. Talking to this guy. This is... I'm not going to go through the starting tutorial because I know how to do things that it just would take more time than is necessary. You give this guy the calling stone. Oh, I was going to show you that you'll see I actually do, it says right here, it says skill credits available is 2, so those did carry over. You can see here are the stats that I chose to begin with. And if we go to skills, we can see that life and war are specialized, nothing else is trained, and all of this. Whenever you look at these, you can see like life magic. When we hover over it, it says focus plus self divided by 4. So not only when we gain experience, this bar here is going to raise. You can see we have experience till the next level. And we can put points, our experience points that we earn, we can put into skills and attributes. So we can see here that we can raise up that skill directly, or we can also say that it's focus plus self divided by 4. So we can actually come over here, raise focus and self. If for every 4 points that we put into those, it's going to raise a point into my life and my war magic. Actually, all of my magic things. So it's very... you have multiple ways of raising skills, because the more you raise up these points, the more costly they are to raise those points. So anyway, we gave him that. In the next room, he basically says I can skip the tutorial. I can go through here, and I can do all that, which if you're returning, or if you're never played Asheron's Call, you should do this little tutorial. It takes all of 10 minutes to do, but it'll show you how to play the game at least a little bit. Instead, I'm going to go over here to this guy, say, hey, I want to leave. He's going to be, are you sure? Maybe so. Give him this token back. And he gives me everything that would have happened during that dungeon, including experience and everything else, and sends me on my way. So let's hope we don't crash. Right. So you can hear that was the leveling sound. You can see now I'm level 5, so I'm already level 5. 11,000 experience, 6 skill credits available to raise up, and I've earned, okay. And talk to this girl here to do it. Okay. They also gave me an orb, which allows me to teleport to a leveling place, I guess, the best way to describe it. We'll talk about that later. I'm going to move some of my items into my pack. Going to do up my wine a little better here. Now, we're going to see, here I have 11,000 untrained points. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to raise up my strength to about 30, that way I can actually carry some things. Oh, well, that was it. I don't have enough points to raise it up to 30. We'll talk to her. She's going to give me some more experience. She's telling me to use that lifestone. In Asheron's Skull, we have lifestones. Never die. The mechanic is, though, you attune yourself to lifestones. When you attune yourself to this lifestone, this is where you will die at. And you will die horribly and come back and hit this lifestone. It's a cool little mechanic. You can also type /lifestone at any time to recall back to this place. Don't even need magic or anything for it. It'll take up half your mana when you do that, but it's pretty nifty. Okay, finish raising that to 30. I also raised my quickness to 30 immediately. That way I have, again, I can move a little bit faster. I'm still kind of moving kind of slow. You'll see, well, in later videos, or you'll see other people running around maybe, and they just move super fast. That's because run speed is determined by your skills, just like everything else. In fact, it is a skill. We can look inside of our skill slots here, and run is right there. So we can raise that just like any other skill, and we can make ourselves really fast. They now kind of have a quest system. They used to not have any kind of quest system. They used to have a few quests in the game, but they didn't have a quest system. So we need to find the barkeep. I've learned you just do these kind of in order, what this tells you to do. So I know the barkeep is over here. Like I said, I did a little prep on this. Don't know everything. I don't know anything, actually. I'm not an Asheron's Call expert. I want to emphasize that. I'm not. I'm fumbling around. Okay, this is the barkeep. And she's going to tell me that this guy over here basically has some more contracts, which are like more experience, or kind of like quest. So we can go into this guy, select gems, and we can see these are the contracts. And these are basically just the little quest around the area, and I would suggest just picking them all up. Double click on them in your inventory to put them in your contract list. So now you can see I've done that one. I need to find the path warden. I need to go to the facility hub. Here's a beacon and the missing necklace. These are both quest. So let's go do the path warden first, because I want to show you as soon as I do this one. Go ahead and finish raising up my quickness to 30. Oh, missing 1 point. That's okay. Path warder's right here. I'm going to give him this token. Alright, and he gives me a key that opens this chest over here. See, otherwise I can't open this chest. So double click on it. Open that chest. And I can get the armor out. Part of the reason I raised my strength to 30 was like where I could actually get the stuff out of this chest. Which here's a trinket, which is another new item they've added over the years, which they didn't have whenever I first played. Give me a robe. Yeah. Just gonna grab everything. The reason I'm gonna grab everything is because he actually said, you know, when you're through with the armor, bring it back to me and I'll give you something. So I'm going to see, you can, this guy's actually has the stuff on. There's now a little slots button, so you can actually see what stuff covers which slots. I'm gonna put on this robe, put on the gloves, since this robe covers my head too, so you can see every slot is now covered with armor. Armor being a rough term because robes are also armor. Everything else I'm going to return back to this boy or girl, I don't know what that is. And every time I turn something in, he's going to give me something in return. He's going to give me salvaged granite. They have a salvaging system. He gave me a sturdy iron key. Another bag of salvage. Another key. I'm going to put on my trinket. Alright, let's go. And I also have this little Blackmore's Favor, which has got buff. There, just put on some armor on me. And brag my salvage over into these bags. I know I'm going through things fast, and you'll figure this out if you're playing along with me, but just take your time, figure it out. Yeah. There's a lot of starter videos that'll show you how to do things, and I really suggest you do them because I'm not the best at it. I don't really want to tell you how to play, like how to use the interface that much. Oh, I do not want to get rid of those keys. Everything else, yeah, I can sell all of that. Put those keys in my bag. I'm going to buy a couple of bags. And I'm just going to buy 2 because I know all my other slots are going to be used. These are foci. One is for my war and one is for my life. There's going to be another one for my item magic, and there's going to be another one for my creature magic whenever I learn them. Speaking of learning them, you can see I'm already level 7. So just ridiculous level speed right now. Which means as you level, you get skill points. You can see here I already have 8 skill points available. The first thing I'm going to take with my skill points is mana conversion. Yes, I want to spend 6 for that. Because mana conversion is going to make my spells more efficient to cast, maybe not use my mana when I cast them. It has a lot of great benefits for a mage. And I think that's it. I think I'm ready to go do a quest. You can see here, I've done the barkeep. I don't know why that one's still in progress. It's a little buggy. Facility hub, I'll do it at level 10, the beacon. So if you look here, it says it's available. I need to contact Alina du Fruzen, who I think is that girl. Yep. So I contact her. She's going to give me something I need for the quest, the beacon gem. She wants me to go up into the beacon and light it. So I'm going to go up there and do it. And here it is, the beacon tower. You can hit E to examine things. You can see it's the destination. It even gives you the location of it. Location is very important in Asheron's Call. Everything has a coordinate. Very useful. And there's some plugins and stuff that help you manage those coordinates, but I'm not wanting to do plugins right now. I will on later level because I think they're very handy and pretty cool. But anyway, so let's portal up to the dungeon, our first dungeon. Although this one's a little unique because it's not an indoor dungeon, it's an outdoor dungeon, which they added around the time I quit too. You can see it's just a bunch of floating platforms. We're going to go to the end of that over there. Now I'm playing a magic character, so you're going to miss out on the way melee weapons work, which they have a high, medium, and low mechanic. So you can hit mobs high, you can hit them medium, you can hit them low. So we're going to be starting to fight Wasp here in a minute, and so you would want to hit them high. Magic works differently because we're going to use different spell types. Here's a fire, piercing, frost, bludgeoning, electrical, blade, and acid. Seems like there's one missing there.